From a security standpoint, we are letting our guard down. If this shutdown ended tomorrow, I fear that the damage already done to our security will be months, if not years.
Okay, that's former Homeland Security Secretary Jeh Johnson warning of long-term consequences if this government shutdown doesn't end. And the FBI agents really with a kind of a similar view at a new report outlining how detrimental the shutdown is to investigations. They say it has eliminated the ability to operate in some cases. Tom O'Connor is with us from the FBI Agents Association. He's the president of that group. And sir, your group came out with a report that, rightfully so, is getting a lot of attention. It points out that there could be some real issues here. I know you have a lot of agents, a lot of FBI officials, some 13,000 working without pay. But the bigger issue, it seems, is the funding for some of your operations. Tell us what you're worried about.
So thanks for having me. Our concern is that the budget that was in place on the 10th or the 21st of December is the same pot of money that it is today, and we're 34 days beyond that. The FBI has thousands of investigations that are taking place across the country and around the world, and those investigations take funds to operate. The tools that the agents use to make these investigations work, They cost money, and as we use those funds on investigations, there's no money coming into the government itself.
I was reading a little bit about it. It could be something, just for people who don't know a lot about what you may be referring to, be something like paying a confidential source, for example, and then, you know, that confidential source is very important to an ongoing investigation. Maybe you lose that source. Those are the types of things. What I'm curious about is what your timeline looks like. You mentioned the pot of money remains the same. When does it really get to a level where, as opposed to a yellow light, then we have a red light of real concern?
Well, on January 10th, we released a petition that we brought to both the Congress and to the Vice President's office, and released to the press also, which we had great concern that the budget was starting to get to the point where it was a concern. And later on this past week, we got together with all of our membership on a conference call, and we had them send in how their lives and how their cases are being affected. And it was disturbing how this is happening. Now, FBI headquarters is doing amazing work trying to take the funds that we still have remaining and putting them to the most important life and safety issues, cases that are breaking, and things that we really need to pay attention to. But that's also, that leaves thousands of cases that are still in process.
Then the answer is that the concern is now, and you would agree with. Jeh Johnson was President Obama's Homeland Security Secretary, but he wasn't the only one that signed this letter warning of consequences of keeping that particular department closed. John Kelly and others also said you got to open up the Department of Homeland Security, and you're saying something similar about the FBI. It's not something in the future, it's now. Well,
there is damage being done to the investigations in that there are tools in our toolbox that we're not able to use. The agents are going to go out today and do their jobs. They're out there working their cases. They're chasing down the bad guys, just like we were before the shutdown. We're going to do it during the shutdown, and we'll do it after the shutdown. It's just what our resources are that is the problem. Our resources are less and less every day as the money is being spent, and there's nothing coming in.
Would you support something maybe short-term? Because that's what they're apparently talking about right now, literally right now in Washington, is some sort of a continuing resolution that goes for a few weeks, and then they can negotiate behind the scenes. From what I'm looking at and what our messages are coming in from D.C., the White House seems to be opposed to that, saying, hey, if there's no border wall money in there, no CR, nothing short-term, would you say let's open it up at least short-term and do some negotiating?
So the FBI Agents Association takes a completely non-political view of all of this.
Okay.
Our goal is to let the decision makers know that we need to open up the government, we need to fund the FBI, and we need to fully be able to work our cases. And that also leads to the financial insecurity that our FBI agent members are feeling because for a month now, starting tomorrow, it'll be a full month of no pay. Financial insecurity is a national security issue, and we feel that it goes hand in hand with our resources and funding the FBI. We need to fund the FBI. We need to pay the people who are out doing the job every day. These agents are putting their lives on the line every single day they go out, and they're doing so for zero pay.